I had a website until December 2019, and I lost my content and my hosting environment in December 2019 because I did not renew the subscription. And reason was that it was not auto renew, and I already had this application was running for last 5 years, so I was completely forgot about that it is not auto renew. I wanted to create a new version of that application, that website with the latest technology. So now I've decided to, or anyway, I wanted to start from scratch. So again, now I have a opportunity to start from scratch. In this video, I'm just going to start creating my website. Maybe a couple of videos later, it will be finished. In a series of videos, I'm going to show them my progress of creating new websites. Technology I'm going to use for this application or this website is .NET Core and SQL Server as a backend. For development, I'm using this MacBook Pro, and I'm going to install Linux version, or you can say Ubuntu version of SQL Server using Docker. So Docker is one of the system. I can also use the SQLite, but again, when I'm publishing the code, I need to change the code in order to use the SQL Server. So I want to keep my local environment is equal to or similar to my production environment. So that's why I'm installing on Ubuntu. And for coding, I'm using Visual Studio for Mac for the development environment, Chrome for the testing and review the pages and everything. So let's get started then. So first thing, I'm going to install the SQL Server. So Docker I have already installed on this machine long back, and now I'm installing the server. So this is the code for that, and in this code I have this is server password, SA password, this is name of the container, and this is the volume where I'm going to store the document value data locally, and because without it, it will be all on memory, and as soon as we shut down the server or stop the container, all data will be lost. And this is the instance I'm going to install. Let's click on that. Okay, so it got installed, set up. Let's see if it is working or not. Docker ps, it is already working. This is our instance id, this is instance, and this is instance name. Let me stop. Let's see if we can stop Docker pl, Docker stop sql tmp, and it is stopped. If you run the command, nothing is running. And let me start this again, start SQL DNP, and let's see if it's running or not. So now instance is running. So our SQL is all ready to use in the project. Okay, now we're going to set up a project. So I have a .NET Core already installed on my machine. So I'll I'll create the folder where I'm going to create the project. So mkdir .NET media, cd.NET media, and there's nothing in that. Now I'm going to create a project, .NET new MVC --auth individual. So it's creating using the template and creating MVC application with default value, default pages. So so if you see, there's a lot of projects. Now we'll open this project in Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to Visual Studio, and it will open, and then I open the project. This is my project I'm opening here. Okay, so now by default this project is set up to store the data in SQLite. So that is local DB, and if you go to here startup.cs, you will see that it is SQLite. Now I have to store the data into SQL Server. So in order to store this value in SQL Server, I have to first install the package that is called SQL Server. Okay, this is the one I want to use. No, it's not this one. I'm going to use this one. Add package. It is storing and it has a dependency packages, so I have to use the dependency packages, and once those are installed, okay, already added, now I'm going to replace it with use SQL Server. That is my requirement is. Now I also have to change the connection string, because now I'm not storing in local DB, I'm going to store in somewhere else. So that value is, so this is our value, and it is going to store in localhost SQL Express. This is our server name, and 1433 our database port, and initial catalog in database is equal to .NETpedia. This is our database it's going to create. Right now there is no database like this. User ID equal to SC, and user ID and password equal to okay. So this is how it's going to, okay, so we want to confirm that if this database is, or if we can connect to this database or not, in this server or not. So I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. In order to that, I'm going to create a new file, and now press F1 to MS Connect. So I'm connecting, and yes, and SQL, and I'm connecting to SQL, this one, Docker one, and let's see if I have a database there. Select name from sys databases, and when I run it, it should give me all the available databases. So right now we have a master DB model or standard databases. Now once we run that project, it will create the project for us. So I'm going to go to command prompt, and we already have database model data created in migration classes, so I don't need to do anything except to run this code on run the entity framework. So we have a .NET EF, we are updating database because migration is already added. So database update. So when I'm running, so it is building the project. Once build completed, it should update the database. Okay, we are getting some error, initial catalog. It cannot recognize the initial catalog. So what is the issue here? Okay, so it is use SQL Server, it is fine, and connection string wise also it is good. Data source initial catalog, spelling mistake was here, area, and command S. Let's run this again. It is updating database now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so where's the column width? No. Okay, so it seems that schema created means this is useless. We have to recreate this schema, so we are going to delete it because it was created based on the SQLite. So I have to create new again. Let's go. .NET EF migrations, add initialize DB. Okay, created. Now we are going to update the database. It should work now. Okay, database created. Let's verify in the Visual Studio Code. Let me run this command again. Let's see the .NET PDA is already created. If we want to use database .NET PDA, use .NET PDA here, and now we are going to use select asterisk from ASP.NET. So it has created these all the databases and tables in this, and if you can run, there's nothing is there. So we are all set to start our project. Okay, so now we are just going to run and check everything's working fine or not. Okay, so we have .NET run. Okay, our application is running. So if I go to Chrome, so localhost, our application is running now, and I'm going to register with this, and it is registered. Now this is just a process, so click here to confirm your account, login. So we just use this user ID and password, and we are done. So this is our whole project. So now from here onwards we will start modifying the project and make it available for the for deployment. Thanks for watching this video for now, and please subscribe for the next video where we are going to update something on this project.